Chicago at Wintrust Arena.
The return. Who will advance to World's End?
The Continental Classic will begin. Kazuchika Okada will be defending his title.
I'm the greatest tournament wrestler in the history of this sport.
Welcome, everyone, to the 2024 AEW Continental Classic Selection Special. I'm Tony Schiavone. Tonight, it is my privilege to reveal to the world the competitors in the most anticipated professional wrestling tournament of the year, the second annual AEW Continental Classic. Last year's tournament captured the imagination of wrestling fans all around the world. And this year's field of competitors will be looking to surpass the high bar set by the inaugural event. The Continental Classic kicks off this Wednesday live from the Wintrust Arena in Chicago as part of the annual tradition Dynamite Thanksgiving Eve, as well as Collision in the Windy City. Week 2 begins next Wednesday in Fishers, Indiana, and Collision live Saturday, December 7th in Columbus, Ohio. Week 3 starts as part of Dynamite Winter is Coming in Kansas City, Missouri, the very next night in St. Louis. Week 4 will be from our nation's capital and continues as a special Christmas Collision will be live on Saturday night. And then it's Dynamite on 34th Street at a special Sunday night taping, both emanating from the iconic Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City, with Dynamite on 34th Street airing Christmas Day on TBS. And the winner of the 2024 Continental Classic will be crowned in Orlando, Florida at the AEW pay-per-view event World's End, live from Edition Financial Arena. The rules of the Continental Classic play a huge factor in adding to the excitement of the action, as we will see over the course of the next month. Let's take a look now at those rules. Each match is contested within a 20-minute time limit. 3 points will be awarded for each win, 1 point awarded as a result of a draw. And everyone is barred from ringside to ensure no outside interference in these all-important contests. Each year, the Continental Classic is divided into 2 leagues, the Gold League and the Blue League. The winners of each league will compete to be crowned the winner of the 2024 Continental Classic. It is now time to reveal the official entrants into this prestigious event. As previously announced, the first entrant by way of defending his Continental Championship is the Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada. And if he can win this year's tournament, Okada has a chance to make history as he enters as part of the Blue League.
Okada is one of my favorite talents ever in pro wrestling. Truckloads of charisma and skill. Look at the list of the top 5 wrestlers in the entire world. Most people that are knowledgeable will have him in that list of top 5 and some at number 1. He's special.
What a moment! History's made here, guys.
The Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, has an opportunity to enter the most rarefied air on the international professional wrestling stage. With 4 G1 Climax victories already to his name, by winning the 2024 Continental Classic, Okada would tie the Japanese wrestling legend Mr. G1 Masahiro Chono currently holds a record 5 major tournament victories.
Who is Chono? Chono is not international star like the Rainmaker. I'm the greatest tournament wrestler in the history of this sport. Kazuchika Okada is Japan's greatest export.
The Continental Champion will defend both his championship and fight for his place as one of the greatest international professional wrestlers of all time in this year's Continental Classic.
Can the Rainmaker capture a record-tying 5th international major victory? Well, to do so, he will need to contend with one of the most competitive fields ever in a major international wrestling tournament, including a man who is no stranger to international majors or to Kazuchika Okada himself. Entering as part of the Gold League, he is the aerial assassin. He is Will Osprey. Will Osprey has competed in several tournaments as part of New Japan Pro Wrestling, a 2-time Best of the Super Juniors winner, the 2021 winner of the New Japan Cup, and has competed in several G1 Climax tournaments, most recently falling to current Continental Champion Kazuchika Okada in the finals of a 2022 event in an all-time great match. This will be Osprey's first Continental Classic entry, and he'll no doubt be looking to show that he is, as always, on another level. The next entrant to the 2024 Continental Classic is coming off the biggest win of his young career, having defeated his former best friend and longtime partner Will Osprey at AEW Full Gear in an instant classic. Entering as part of the Blue League, the protostar Kyle Fletcher.
It's real simple. It goes like this. We told you what was going to happen. I told you Kyle Fletcher was younger, stronger, faster than Will Osprey, and tonight we proved that we were better. You see, we all knew Will Osprey's gonna kick out of some things that no other human being can kick out of, but you didn't panic. You did what we talked about. You kept pouring it on, and tonight, buddy, I'm so proud of you. You truly earned this. You are the man.
I came out with this on my head because I wanted it to be a symbol of what I was trying to become, and that I did. I told you, Will, that I was going to surpass you, and tonight, I did it. I am officially the king. And now that you're in my rear view mirror, I can focus on fulfilling my destiny.
And you know what? Next, Continental Classic. You're in, you're gonna win it, and here's the cherry on top. If Osprey can drag himself from whatever hospital they're gonna take him to tonight, he's gonna be in it as well. Maybe we can finish the job, kick a little dirt on the corpse. You like that?
I love it. I love it.
I love
Let's
it.
do it,
This
baby.
is great. We're doing everything we want.
Our next entrant into the Continental Classic as part of the Gold League, Rock Hard Juice Robinson. Also a veteran of several New Japan Pro Wrestling tournament events, having competed in both the New Japan Cup and the G1 Climax, Juice looks to make a major statement as part of his very first Continental Classic. After his partner Switchblade Jay White's impressive showing in last year's event, Juice now takes the mantle for the Bang Bang Gang. The next entrant into the Blue League will enter his second Continental Classic. Though not achieving the results he wanted a year ago, Daniel Garcia turned a major page in his young career as a result. And at AEW Full Gear, he picked up the biggest win of his career, capturing the TNT Championship, defeating the scapegoat Jack Perry in a highly personal contest, then walking out carrying his new title and the flag of AEW. Here's what Garcia had to say after Full Gear.
I feel like there's still like a lot more that I want to do here. I'm going to be the first person to announce myself at the Continental Classic. I feel like last year was a very important part of my journey over the past year of AEW. I feel like my story was very important in that tournament to like building the identity of what the Continental Classic was. So I feel like it would be a shame for me not to come back and be part of that again. I'm walking in with a lot more confidence this time, so we'll see what happens.
A potential wild card in this year's tournament, our next Blue League competitor enters his very first Continental Classic. He's the Beast Mortos. After recently aligning with Los Facción Ingobernables, fans have witnessed the emergence of the Beast in AEW. Can Beast Mortos ride this wave of newfound momentum all the way to the Continental Championship? Also entering his second Continental Classic in the Gold League, honoring the House of Black, Brody King, who has this to say.
The 2023 Continental Classic. I wrestled some of the best men that this company has to offer. I took a piece of each and every one of those professional wrestlers, win or lose, and I did it with a broken wrist. The entire time, I had a cast holding me back. 2024 Continental Classic. I'm here to take the crown. Boom!
Next up in the Blue League field, another competitor entering for the second time, representing the conglomeration, Mark Briscoe. After an emotional run in the Continental Classic last year, which only saw the sentimental favorite Briscoe capture one victory, Mark did manage to capture the hearts of AEW fans. After the tournament, Mark Briscoe went on to capture the Ring of Honor World Championship, proving that this year he will again be a major contender for Continental Gold.
Ricochet, tough, lost tonight here at the Prudential Center. But upside, Continental Classic starts this week. Any words?
Thank you so much. Thank you for reminding me that I lost tonight. Thank you for reminding me that Takeshita once again decides to take the dirty way out and walk away the international champion, but you're right. This Wednesday, the Continental Classic starts. And that is where I redeem myself.
Well, there you heard it from the man himself, entering the Gold League. He is one of the world's premier high flyers who has made a major impact since becoming All Elite at All In this past summer. Having already, in his short time in AEW, many five-star matches with some of the best in the world, coming off a heartbreaking loss to Konosuke Takeshi at Full Gear, Ricochet will look to rebound in a huge way and capture this year's Continental Classic. Rounding out the Blue League, a man who has also competed in the G1 Climax as well as the New Japan Cup, a living legend representing the Hurt Syndicate, Shelton Benjamin.
You miss me?
The most experienced pro wrestler in the field, Shelton Benjamin has stormed the gates of All Elite Wrestling as part of the Hurt Syndicate with MVP and the almighty Bobby Lashley. In his short time in AEW, Benjamin has proven why he is one of the best to step in a pro wrestling ring and is primed for a major run in the Continental Classic. Running roughshod over AEW in recent months as part of Jon Moxley's Death Riders, Claudio Castagnoli will now enter his second Continental Classic as part of the Gold League. The Death Riders have struck fear into the hearts of AEW fans and wrestlers alike over the past several weeks, threatening the very foundation of the company itself. And with his experience in last year's Continental Classic, a tournament win is a true possibility and leaves one wondering what it will mean for AEW for a member of the Death Riders to hold the company's most prestigious tournament in the palm of his hand. In direct response and defiance of Castagnoli's entry into the Continental Classic stands our final competitor, rounding out the Gold League, Darby Allin. The man who has been a leader in AEW's resistance against the Death Riders, Darby Allin will enter the same league Claudio Castagnoli and do whatever he can to play spoiler to a potential run by Claudio, while also potentially winning the whole tournament himself. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The field is now set for the 2024 AEW Continental Classic, and it all begins this Wednesday as part of the Thanksgiving Eve edition of Dynamite live on TBS at 8/7 Central from the Wintrust Arena in Chicago. Tickets are available now for this and all other events in the Continental Classic, including the pay-per-view event itself, World's End in Orlando, Florida, Saturday, December 28th, where we will crown the 2024 Continental Classic champion. And fans, be on the lookout tomorrow for a massive Monday of Match announcements from Tony Khan, as the full slate of Week 1 Continental matches will be made for Thanksgiving Eve Dynamite this Wednesday, as well as Collision.